Hey everybody! This is the Wednesday live stream. How's everyone doing?
That was a lot of energy. Can I just take a breath real quick? Because that was a lot.
No.
No, you can't. This is a whole lot of energy. We're really excited.
Thank God you haven't increased your volume
I'm so
on your
scared
mic.
slap now.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
We're gonna start talking about Sham Wow here in a minute.
Oh my God. The slap chop.
The
You're
slap
gonna love
chop.
my nuts.
So this week we're gonna be talking about a few tournaments and whatnot, and this week we have the only Jordo from DM North. Check out their website, DM-North.
The beardless wonder from Canada.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to do something for you guys, but it didn't work out.
No.
I told you, man. Let me know. I'll shave this off just so you don't feel uncomfortable here. All right?
Let's not do that.
Yeah, we don't like your baby face, Ryan. We don't like it at all. It scares us.
I don't remember last time. I was 18 years old last time I was without that. So yeah, it's been a while,
Wow.
but you know.
That is a long time ago.
I think I shaved mine not too long ago.
Long time for me. So
yeah. So yeah,
I'm trying to post the thing to Facebook, guys. By the way.
Okay. So this week we got a little bit of a UK Gaming's Expo cleanup to talk about what we thought of the meta and some of the matches that we saw, and how the meta really shook out.
And an apology for one of our failures. So
which one?
Well, one of them.
It wasn't really a failure. It was out of our control.
It was out of our control, but yeah, it was the loss of internet and the stream dropping in round 5.
It was loss of power. I lost power.
That's what I'm saying. It was out of our control.
Out of our hands. That was
I'm not saying it was anyone's individual fault. I'm saying it's an apology on our side.
Totally me.
To our fan and community, when it reached the championship round at the very beginning of it, we went dark.
Yeah, I'm sorry something out of my control happened. Sorry, guys.
I was just saying we needed, give an explanation and an apology for it. That's all. I wasn't pointing fingers.
Why is your finger pointing at me?
Jordo wouldn't stop talking about it during the pre-show.
Yeah,
that's right.
How dare you guys?
I walked off. I was done. I'm not dealing with these guys.
Yeah. Amateur hour.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're also going to be talking about a little bit of a half-assed announcement, I guess, of the UK, like the Canadian Nationals.
Well, I mean, you guys have something over your heads and behind you here. I think might have something to do with that.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
What is it? It's a green screen. I don't see anything.
Yeah, it's just green. I don't know.
It's just green.
So yeah, Jordo, why don't you tell us a little bit about all your stuff that you have going on up there in the north? To start out with, I'm sorry.
Like everything.
First, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah.
Let's start off with that.
They can find me in my house.
At your house. Okay. All right.
Careful now. Fans will take that serious.
The address is no. I assume we're talking about the role for the north that we're jumping to that.
Yeah, we're going to find.
No, I think we're going to hold off a little bit more on that. But
DM-North.
Oh,
your website, your Twitch channel, those type of things.
Okay, yeah, we are at www.dm-north.com. We are on the Twitches as well, Dice Masters North, on the YouTube, Dice Masters North, on the Twitter, Dice Masters North without the O, because there's a limit to characters apparently. On the Instagram, Dice Masters North. We're around. If you're looking for us, we're there.
Okay.
And Facebook.
Awesome. I'm gonna put your website in the chat.
I put the Twitch in the chat, so that's there. If people want to go to just follow them. They're up to 79. Let's try to get them to 100. That would be nice.
100.
And if you got a Twitch Prime, you want to share, you want to use it on us or them, we're totally fine with that.
Either way.
Yeah.
As long as it gets used, we don't care.
Yeah. And you guys do a lot of articles on the DM-North website, just write-ups of your gameplay and your experiences with all your crew. Just have some interesting takes on some of the meta pieces.
Probably a little more sparse since March because stuff has happened.
Yeah.
But I think Laurier's area is starting to go back. Mine's not anytime soon. I don't know about the other Ontario guys. I think they're still not quite doing the live stuff yet.
Mm-hmm.
But we're sprinkling in what we can when we can for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Filling in with whatever other stuff is coming up. But yeah, it's been a little sparse over the last little while. Not our normal schedule of articles, but we're working on it.
Yeah. Whenever there's a tournament, there's a little bit of a influx in activity for articles and just your guys' experience, and I always find that very interesting because I get to see the perspective from the player side because I mean I'm always just casting and don't really I think about from my experience how it is, and it's good to see the player's experience because I think sometimes it just gets lost with us talking about it and not
Oh,
really,
absolutely.
especially Laurier. He writes up a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
The good old Canadian wizard.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Awesome. So, Jordan, did you participate in the UK Gaming Expo online tournament?
No, I was unfortunately working that day, so I got home right towards the end of it. So I think I really only caught the last match, like the championship match, live. The rest of it, I'm kind of working my way through YouTube and seeing what's out there, how who played what, and it was really cool. There was actually a lot of coverage of this event,
Yeah.
which I think
Yeah.
was really neat. So because it was what Ronathan was doing it.
Yeah, Ronathan
You
was live streaming his matches to YouTube. I know.
Shout outs to Ronathan.
Yeah,
Ron is in
Ronathan is
chat, I
in
think.
chat there.
yeah.
TJ Boz, I believe, is the one who runs the Friday Night Clicks.
Mm-hmm.
He was streaming his to Twitch. Of course, we had our coverage, and Ross had his coverage. Was there? Who else am I missing
was
with live
I don't know.
coverage?
we weren't doing anything because I'm of the group. I think I'm the only one who has the internet connection who can do streaming.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Kim recorded her
Yeah.
matches and put them
Yeah,
up.
well, that like I said, I was talking live streaming.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
recording.
Chris, jeez.
Yeah, recording. I know Kim was doing some recording. I'm pretty sure James from DM United was doing some recording. I think there was one other person saying they were recording their matches, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to
I think
everyone
Jocelyn
that.
said she recorded some, so I haven't seen them yet. So
Shout out to everyone that put out content. It really helps out everyone know the meta and lets them get virtual roles themselves to see how they need to play and what the meta is going to. So thank you to everyone that does that. It's much appreciated. And I mean, putting on the tournaments, it's stressful when you think, oh God, I hope people are interested in this and they enjoy it. And then when you have a lot of people streaming and you have a lot of people watching, that's kind of crazy because at one point we had 40-something viewers. That was
holy cow, awesome!
yeah, I couldn't keep up with chat. I was like,
Did you say 47 Dice Masters players out there?
I don't know.
We did actually have 47 Dice Masters players out there. Yes.
yeah, it was when it was at the end after the 5th round, and we were doing the raffle announcements.
Everyone showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ross,
And another
Rated
thing,
us with a party of 12.
yeah,
twice.
yeah, twice.
Oh no, that was you, Jordan.
Ross
Never
tends
mind.
to raid twice. It's,
Yeah,
it's a thing of his now.
He's the double raider. But
You
the
really-
everyone putting the content out there it's really cool, just for the coverage aspect, but also it helps grow the game. You never know who you're going to reach with that video, so it's really awesome to see that. So good job, everybody. Hashtag exclamation bacon bits.
It's true.
Oh, that's right. Bacon in
Oh
the
my
chat.
gosh, bacon in chat, guys. These are bacon tacos for the day.
So, so talking about coverage, what we've seen so far, and this is one thing I love versus the IRL events, is that for the IRL events you have to wait a little bit for it to process everything outside of the live stream, the live coverage that is. But for the IRL bits, you have to wait for articles to come out from the people who played it or people who covered it on site. That you'll get that information later on in the day. With the online stuff, we immediately saw breakdowns of team analysis. There's a video from Ronathan he just released earlier today. We've had 2 write-ups, tournament write-ups from Shadow Meld and myself on the Brit Roller 6 website. And we've also had our coverage, our recorded coverage, go out. We've had 2 rounds now, as well as James has put out his first and I believe his second round, I want to say. So yeah, we've got all these different angles of this massive tournament, and it's so awesome to see that because it's more than we had before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it helps just put a spotlight on the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jordo, as you didn't get to see a lot of the matches, you haven't gone through a lot of the coverage. I don't know what you have or haven't read about it, but what do you think was one of the top? What do you think was the top card used on the most teams across all the teams on the event?
If I was guessing, like, without knowing anything, my first guess would have been Godcatchers, like everywhere. Godcatcher Becky's would still have been my guess.
You would actually have been wrong. It would have been a solid bet. I would have agreed with you on that. But actually, it was Clayface Restless was the most used card on 13 teams, and then followed no, that was the most used. The second most used was Drax and the Collector Stolen Cosmic Cube showing up on 12 teams.
Wow.
Yeah, the Collector. So the Collector, I kind of called during testing. I said that's going to be about 50% of the field is going to be the Collector. I didn't realize that Clayface was going to be such a key piece because that is insane.
A lot of matchups that we saw, there was each person had Clayface on their team, so they could do multiple Clayfaces in a turn, and it was kind of crazy.
It gets insane whenever you have both of those globals, or use of both globals. Yeah.
Jordo, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask, like, what kind of teams was Clayface on? Like, I could see him
pretty much. So he was most definitely on any of the Godcatcher teams. He was a heavy staple on most of your aggro teams. Your control teams didn't have him as often.
Yeah.
So
and he was on a few combo teams.
Yeah. So the other thing that I found interesting with, we have our little internal sheet for crunching the teams and whatnot, was the number of cards that were from the Infinity Gauntlet set. Yeah. So if you look at the total, all the modern sets, and the cards that people put on their teams, how many cards do you think from Infinity Gauntlet made it onto teams?
1 million.
That'd be very impressive with only 150 some cards in the set. But
like, how many of the 150 cards made it on?
How many? Yeah.
Oh God. I don't even know.
22.
Okay.
22 out of
the highest number of cards from an individual set. The next was Justice with 11.
Because of them
Clayfaces.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, not 11 teams with Justice. 11 cards from the Justice set were on teams.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a lot more than I thought.
That is a lot.
Yeah. 22 cards from Infinity Gauntlet were included on teams.
Wasn't it something like 75 total appearances from Infinity Gauntlet cards? I think that was in your analyzer.
Something like that. If you count the number of times each one of those cards came in. Was anyone running Dreadnought, Venerable Dreadnought? Yes, there were 2 teams running Venerable Dreadnought. We did not get to see any of them on team, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those cards that you expect.
Lucan would be running Dreadnought.
Lucan and his dad were running it.
Lucan destroyed me with Dreadnought.
So if I remember, Ross, didn't Lucan and Arch's team, they actually played against each other, and if I remember, wasn't that actually on your stream, or was it did it not make it to your stream? I tried to pay attention to who was on your stream, but I don't always remember. Sorry.
You were running tournaments, helping us run our stream. It's understandable.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So they had.
So you got them individually, but you didn't get the match of them against each other.
We had one match of both.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was I think it was either round 4 or round 5. They ended up facing off against each other. So I bet that was a very interesting experience there.
Face off.
Yeah. Probably just like playing at home honestly.
Were they playing actually online on camera against each other, or were they like just across the table? Just, hey,
Yep.
go.
Ultra mirror. Not even my final form.
You know.
So, Jordan, as far as your call about the Godcatcher, that was the most used win con out of all of them, though.
Yeah,
It's not surprising.
If you take the offensive one, the famous walking statue, it was on 9 teams, and the other one was not
It was on one
near-
team. It was on one team.
Just one team.
Yeah. Guess whose team it was on?
Yours.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was the only one. I mean, it put in work, so I got third place out of it.
Yep. So
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, dude. Come on, man.
I mean,
Jeez.
anybody who hasn't read my write-up.
Okay.
I never learned to read.
Yeah, so there's that.
I'm waiting for the video version.
Yeah.
Waiting for the movie version.
The audiobook. The movie version. Oh my god.
The
You
Netflix
want the
series.
dramatization too? Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
You want the lifetime
yes.
dramatization as well?
Another
Yes,
thing.
I do.
Another thing that was interesting is a lot of people just had they had 2 big win cons on their team and would only kind of use one the first game and then not use it again and just make the person think about what they would have to do to play around that. One that played in 3 of our coverage games was Shadow, and he kind of did it with Godcatcher. Then he switched over to, what was the thing that he used?
Thor.
Thor.
Yep.
Did he have Thor too?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. The super rare Thor was his alternate win con for anyone. What did he say it was? Anyone who had
Gazer.
Gazer Yellow Lantern Ring. So
Mhm.
anyway, Intimidate. He had the Thor as his alternate win con. So, but
Speaking of that Thor, it did pretty good. Hey.
Yeah, it's been impressive to watch that one. So you did mention you thought it was also going to be a Becky Fest there. All 3 Beckys did make it onto one team or another. In total, there were 8 teams in total that ran a Becky Lynch. 5 of them, of course, ran Made in Ireland. So, 2 for the other, 2 for Straight Fire, and 1 for the Man. So I think the one that ran the Man was doing it just for the global.
Yeah.
I think they said.
I was running.
I think a lot of
just
people
for the
did
global.
agree that that's what they were planning on. They just wanted the global, which is cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Man? Wasn't that Kim's team? Right.
I don't remember. I know one of the ones that was either the Man or Straight Fire said they put it on their team only for the global and had no intention of buying it and only put 1 die on the team.
Ronathan said it was him.
Oh, okay. And a lot of people were trying to do the Andy challenge and put the not the main one on there. And Andy said, no. It has not have Becky Lynch on there at all.
Yeah.
So
I thought more people would go for his challenge, to be honest with you. I was kind of hoping.
It's one of those.
Do you want to win the prize or do you want to win?
I look back at the last PDC I went to. Was down in Austin, and the local guys down in Austin apparently all made an agreement with each other that they weren't going to run Yanti Super Rare, and so they all built teams with the idea that no one was going to run Yanti Super Rare. Well, they didn't tell anyone else this. This was just kind of local to those guys, and a bunch of us from Dallas, drive down there for that PDC, and every single one of us showed up with Yanti Super Rare.
You're a bunch of jerks.
And so they weren't very happy with us. It ended up Alan Alcock and myself in the final. They were able to hold their own against the Yanti, but it still was one of those. They were like, okay, had we known people were going to bring it, we would have built our teams differently. And so I understand people looking at it with the pricing that's on the line going, yeah, I mean, I could build a team and I could have fun without it, but if I want to win and get some of this nice pricing, I do kind of need some of the tech that it has, or I have to build tech against it still.
Yeah.
And getting into just 2-1, then we're going to move on from there. General Nemesis, you'll see it in the video, I think, on Saturday, the championship game. You'll see that he won the overall championship. Shadow Mel came in second, and our own Joho came in third. So Joho's video is already actually out, and he played Ronathan PX, so check that out if you want.
That was a good game.
Yeah, it was a real good game. So yeah, we're gonna have those videos out soon, and the team lists are gonna be in those videos. Now let's move on to a little bit of more of the reason why we're having Jordo on today, if you will.
So you didn't just want to hang out with me?
Well,
Oh wait, hold on, wait a second.
Of course,
we go.
of course, that's
Yeah.
the reason.
Yeah.
That's it.
No. There we go.
What kind of bacon? What kind of bacon is that, right?
I
Oh,
believe
no.
that. I mean, here in the U.S., we
Ugh.
wouldn't call it Canadian bacon. No,
That
but
looks like
I
Wendy's
believe.
bacon.
Well,
Like someone microwaved all that bacon. It looks horrible.
Looks
It
like
looks
it's
like
bacon
last
seaweed.
night the term was coined butt bacon. So
That's a nice way of saying it.
That was
I
the
don't
nice way of
recall
saying
that at all.
Oh my gosh.
There's no video proof of that.
Our very own cheesy butt bird Z. over
Ross recalls it was called anal bacon.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
What? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. That can't be right. Right?
here. Well, we had
Yeah.
a really good time on the DM North stream.
Last night.
Yeah,
Check
thank you
that,
for letting us
uh,
crash
check
that.
Playback.
Yeah, it's still on
Yep.
there. Eventually, some of it will make it to YouTube. Not all of it. Might be a little clipping there.
Yeah.
All right.
The first time you wrap up the next 15 or 20 minutes, just cut that whole part out. Like
Oh yeah. When we're initially done, we're gonna.
Yeah.
All right. So Jordo.
No, we're still waiting on those snowshoes, though, Jordo and Reg. Still waiting on those snowshoes.
Okay.
We'll never use them here ever.
Okay. So moving on, we need to get to
Moving on.
this.
So I've
got
got
time.
bacon behind
Oh my
me.
God.
These two guys have Roll for the North behind them. What is all of this
I got
about here? You know,
What's going on, Jordo?
So, as we all know, 2020 has been an interesting year for gaming in general and live events and lack thereof. And basically, this time I think it's usually I don't even know when it happens actually. Normally, there's a Can Nats every year, so there's a nationals for everyone, right? I
Hmm.
think a lot of them.
yep.
And
And
you're
this-
lucky if you're
EXO would have
lucky
been the US Nats, and UK Games
Yeah.
Expo took place when the UK Nats would have taken place. So
Yeah, so we decided we wanted to do a Can Nats. So this is instead of calling it Can Nats, because really you can't, because it's not official or anything like that. Even though it's as close to official as we're going to get this year, we decided we're gonna run a online event for the Canadian Crown, but it's open to everyone worldwide.
Nice.
Right.
That's so, and we
Right.
came up with the name
Right.
kind of accidentally. I don't even know where this came from, to be honest with you. Roll for the North kind of took over, and that's the name.
I like it.
It came into a life of its own, and it was just like, all right, shit, all right.
Basically, yeah. Oh, I like the name. Okay, cool. That saves me some design work.
there you go.
Oh, the Stan Lee Cup.
So-
Yes,
That's cool.
we did actually. Reg and I
Unofficially.
kind of fought for the Stanley Cup, but then our legal team said probably not a good idea.
The legal team.
legal.
Never bring it to the lawyers.
Yeah. So
So
go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Chris's head's kind of blocking the date. Rob's chair is blocking the date. What day
Get off
are
my
we
chair,
talking
sir.
about this?
It is September. Let me double check that I get it right, because I got complaints about the whole numbered system I use.
Yeah, it hurts my
September-
American eyes.
September 19th is the day, so that's a Saturday, and we're planning on starting it at 12 p.m. Eastern time,
Okay.
which is God knows what European time.
Oh, actually, it's not bad for them.
No,
No,
I think
it's
we
not.
bumped it up
5?
a little bit just to make it a little earlier for them. If
Mhm.
they do want to participate, if they don't, that's cool too. But at least we tried to make it a little earlier, and also your whole day's not eaten up that way. Well, maybe for the Eastern guys it might be, but for the rest of us
Yeah.
It's
who,
just
Yeah.
their evening will be eaten up.
yeah.
It's fine. It's worth it.
So
All right, and I was gonna say, what format are you potentially looking
We
at for
are
this
gonna
one?
go full on modern constructed.
Ooh.
I'll mention this now. Just this is an idea I've had, so I've actually not talked about it with anyone, so we'll blab it out here. I'd like to do kind of the full-on modern with everything. So the one card we've all had problems with is Typhoid Mary, because there is no proxy for it. So I'm going to maybe put a challenge out to the community here live on the CRGR weekly stream. Is
That's what we do here.
a lot of North Americans are probably swimming in Typhoid Mary dice. Maybe.
possibly.
I got a box back here. I mean,
Yeah,
so
I have a
So
few.
I want to start. Let's call it a adopt a Euro program here for
Adopt
the
a Euro.
Europeans. Yeah, if there's a European who wants to play and wants to run Typhoid Mary, let's get people in touch with each other and like send them out a couple dice, because you're not going to need them. Well, whether or not they'll make it, I mean, we'd have to do this quickly, I think. But I like the idea because we haven't had a tournament with everything yet. There's always
Yeah.
been she hasn't been there. Is she going to be a big part? I don't know. We have no idea. So I'd like to see her. If we can't get her over there and they still don't have the product, then yeah, we'll probably have to ban her. Just let it shriek. Oh, that's an option too.
Yeah, just make her a 4 cost.
this is full of dice.
Oh my God, he's
Oh,
swimming.
now they're
Yeah.
on the
Jeez.
floor.
Making it rain. Just so everybody knows, it is possible. There's only one die that mentions type, and that is the Hal Jordan from the War of Light, but it doesn't have the same stat line. So that
Not
would
War
be
of
the
Light.
only difference.
Green Arrow Flash.
Oh, sorry, Green Arrow and Flash. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is she the right name? Oh yeah, okay.
It's a Bolt Mask, but like I said, the stat line is incorrect on
And-
Hal.
And you guys in Canada land just got your product. The distributors got their product out to you guys, didn't they? Because that's what you guys were opening last night. Oh, really?
Oh, that was actually a preview product.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
There was a few issues. So I got one box a few weeks back when we did a different opening video, and nothing since.
Okay.
I've been checking with the stores. I was actually talking to my store on Sunday, and he says he checks every week. He's checking, and it's always on back order, always on back order. So I think there's a distribution issue up here. Like the distributors are part of the problem, because
Yeah.
we don't know what it is, because I don't own a store. I don't know how that works. But
Hmm.
no, we don't have it. I know Jocelyn and Kim are still waiting for their order out in Ontario. I think General Nemesis actually had a pretty good size order too, that he hasn't gotten his stuff. So
Comics
no,
Mike's is
we're
Comics
we're
Mike.
Europe right now.
Yeah. Comics Mike is a good utility in the community. He will try to hook you up as best he can. He does have a
Yeah,
store. Talk to him.
we've been talking.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've been having a conversation.
Yeah.
But anyway,
awesome.
like whether or not we do Shriek or something, well, maybe we'll have to figure it out. But I want Typhoid Mary in this one, just to have the full modern cards out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So proxies
Now,
are
what I was going to say, you'll still allow proxy for dice. Now, what about proxy for
Yes.
cards at that point? Still, yes?
have no problem with proxies.
Okay.
I have no issues with it whatsoever.
Okay.
No, Sandman's always in.
So proxies,
The strongest card in the game.
for Infinity Gauntlet, but then every other needs to have the physical. Or are you saying proxies? are
No,
okay?
I don't. I honestly don't care. I want this to be as open and inclusive as possible. So
Nice.
if you can provide something, who was it who had the official Nefarious broadcast proxy? That was so good.
Epic Cat.
Yes.
Epic Cat. Yep.
Yes.
That was great.
That was probably my favorite proxy of the day that I've seen so far.
Yeah, I missed
That's
that one,
awesome.
unfortunately.
He just had a piece of paper this for his
He just
broadcast.
piece of paper about this big, and it just said Nefarious broadcast on it. It was just on the floor.
It wasn't
It was the
even
best
cut.
all
It was just
I've
torn
ever
out.
Yeah.
So
So
That
it's.
was awesome.
I mean, I have no problem if you do that. I don't care.
make sure you know
I
what
just-
it does, though. and make sure if you proxy, like you
Yes.
have an uncommon and you're saying, no, I'm proxying for a rare, make sure you don't, in the middle of your match, forget and start using the one that you actually have there instead of like doing what you should be doing.
Proxy, I'd probably recommend either writing it out on a sticky note or turn
Anything.
your ears off with it, print it off, Team Builder, whatever you need to, so you know what the ability is.
Printing it off
Don't-
Team Builder is almost always the best.
Yeah. Or put the the proxy card that, if you're doing an uncommon instead of the common, and put a post-it note over the flavor text at the bottom, the ability text, so that it's something different than that actual card. Put it in a sleeve, put the post-it note on there.
And Reg has offered to make some card sleeves for people if they need them, so those are out there too. So there's gonna be lots of ways to do it, but bottom line is, you're free to proxy. With characters though, my rule is if they have to match. Let's take Infinity Gauntlet out of the equation there. Well, for the older sets anyway, things need to match. With Infinity Gauntlet, you match them if you can, but I know there's issues with Black Order, Pip, and some other guys. Those ones will kind of follow along with what the MOD guys did, and I think it's the DM United. They have a good proxy guide for those kind of things. So we'll allow kind of what they've been doing because it seems to have worked out so far. But yeah, my only thing is I want to get Mary in. I want her to be part of the party.
Now let me ask you this question. Let's take something like Godcatcher, which came in a campaign box, and so it's a max 4 on it, but of course only shipped with 2 dice on it. What are your thoughts on mixing dice to to make max 4? So having the 2 official and 2 proxy dice on it. Would you prefer all 4 dice be proxied in that scenario?
I think if you're doing that, I would, for simplicity, I'd probably proxy all 4 of them so that you're not looking for your opponent's not looking at different things.
Right.
So if Batarang, that's perfect, Reg. So if you've got Batarangs, use those as your God catchers. But yeah, I prefer that to having 2 God catchers and 2 Batarangs. It just makes life easier.
Okay, so
I agree wholeheartedly with you. I just wanted to bring that up as an example here for it. So
well, that's a good question to ask. I think that's great.
So what are the pricing so far that you've come up with and that you've thought about?
Well, we're working on the pricing still, so I'll let you know there will be a couple playmats up for grabs. They're still in the design phase. I've asked a well-known designer to get in on the action. He's helping me out.
Gucci.
We've got lots. We've got well, if you watched the stream yesterday, that was the preview pack from WizKids. So basically everything rare, super rare, and foil is going to be thrown into the prize pool. So if you saw that, everything that we pulled is going to be thrown in the pool. Do you want me to say what it is or make people watch it?
It's
let's
up
make
to you.
people watch it.
It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, if y'all want to find out what it is, go to the DM North's Twitch page and watch their video from last night.
Yeah.
So you can
like
just fast forward to the last
rare,
20
super
minutes
rare.
of it.
For real.
No, you probably don't want to watch that one. Probably don't watch that.
Everything happens in the last 20 minutes.
But yeah, everything that we pulled there that is of any interest is there. Jocelyn is going to be. We need to get to 80. Jocelyn is volunteering a dice bag from Joss Stitch.
Nice.
Dope bags, by the way.
Yes, they're cool. I don't have one yet. We keep talking, and I just never kind of get around to doing it.
You really must.
We've got a good set of promos from my personal collection. We've got old OP kits we're putting together. One of the bigger prizes, though, Jocelyn and myself are donating an uncommon non-foil Spider-Man and an uncommon non-foil Thor from Infinity Gauntlet.
Now,
those will be popular.
I think there was something special about those, wasn't there? Those aren't just the regular.
I don't know. Let me check. I think it's. I don't know. It looks pretty normal to me, doesn't it? I don't know.
No, doesn't that say prototype on them?
Oh,
Does it say prototype?
maybe. I thought my kids were just playing with it. So yeah, we do have 2 prototype cards. that are being thrown into the prize pool. At this point, we don't have any fancy X-Men, so we wanted something unique. And both of us kind of had these cards that we have extra art on, so we decided to donate that to the prize pool. That's kind of where we're at right now. We're still kind of gathering things, and we're hoping to have things up maybe next week for some pictures.
All
Things
right.
like that.
Well,
I think
I know
Ryan has
last
something to
night.
add.
Yeah, I was gonna say last night you guys were talking about you were one foil short from having all foil Lokis to give out. So
Yes.
I've reached into my little gifts here, and I've got the uncommon Loki foil here that I will be donating to your prizing pool. So there will be a
That's
full set
fantastic.
of Loki foils.
There will be,
Additionally,
yes,
we're
the Loki will be one pack for sure. That's going to be a
Yep,
prize pack
because
on
you
its
guys
own.
did get the Loki pack. You got all 4
The
Lokis in
second
one
time.
pack.
I've
Yep.
done this twice now.
Wow.
Yep,
That's
but
insane.
the the common and uncommon are not foil in that pack. The rare and the super rare are foil. So, yeah, we've got the uncommon one here for you. I've got a whole bunch of the original Batmite promo with the dice. So these will be coming up
Nice.
your way for prizing. I've got an unopened Archer's OP kit. So back from Green Arrow Flash, the this one had
Focus power.
focus power and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, I could open it and remember everything that's in there, but it's the ones that were from Young Justice for the artwork.
Oh, the Young Justice ones. Yeah.
Yep. And then these two, I'm guessing since we've got a couple of them. We've got the Melinda May and Terry McGinnis OP kits.
Nice.
So we'll be sending these your way to add to your prizing pool
Awesome.
to do whatever you
Thank
want
you.
with on it. And I've got a whole slew of other promos and whatnot that I will be going through and sending your way as well to add to your prizing pool. So
Awesome. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
not a
And
problem.
I have this half-used roll of painter's tape that I will be throwing in there just in case. I'm just saying, you never know, you might need it.
Now I've got this clear top
Actually,
loader. I'm willing to throw in there too.
There is one other thing that I'm actually going to shoot you a message here, Chris. I actually forgot about this until like just this instant. This is one of the top prizes.
That's a middle finger.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's a middle finger wrapped in bacon.
Oh.
Okay.
The tastiest bird.
Okay, you should have got that.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute.
So this one actually I kind of forgot about this thing until I think Ben Scott recently posted something on Facebook, or was it on Discord where he was kind of going through his prizing and stuff.
It might have been on Discord.
Anyway, he dug up the trophy from Worlds, so that kind of tweaked my my brain, and I contacted the creator of said trophy and said, "Hey, do you think you could make something for us?" And
I've almost got it. Hold on. I
I
really wish you would have given
can't
this
stand
ahead of
the
time.
Speaking of the creator of that prize, I miss that guy so much. I wish he'd come back. I miss him. The community misses him.
Hold on, where is it?
Miss him so much.
There you go.
Come
Okay,
on, man.
Okay, it's gonna take over all of our faces, so get ready. There it
All right,
goes.
get ready.
Oh, hold on.
I gotta look at the stream now to see what it is.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna show on the Discord.
Bit to screen. Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say it only took over your face there, but
there we go.
okay. So we got a little acrylic light box with the 2020 Roll for the North champion.
Oh, that's
very
dope.
nice.
Can you put stuff in that box? I can't tell.
I think that's where the electronics
No,
are.
yeah, that's where all the electronics go.
Rob's like, if you look closely, you can put your weed in there.
Oh my god. If only. That's awesome, dude. That's badass.
So,
Yeah.
oh
I like
yes, that
it.
is
I like
on
it a
its
lot.
way from the US of A.
Sweet.
All right. Now that scrambles over,
Can we like a little tiny sample of maple syrup as well to go with that? I think that'd be great.
No, we're gonna fill it with Canadian weed. So
Oh,
if
okay.
any of you US guys
it
win, you might
won't
have a
get
bomb.
it won't get past
Uh-oh.
customs at all.
Damn it. Someone
you can
put
fill
it
it
in
with
nature's
Cuban
pocket.
cigars, which are legal for you guys to get. We can't get them, but if they come across the
I'm gonna-
Canadian border, they're
We
legal.
can't get them anymore.
No, you
Cubans?
I'm gonna fill with
Boo.
Kinder eggs. It's gonna be all Kinder eggs.
Kinder
We
eggs.
can get those now. We can get those now.
Oh, you guys
That's
are legal now?
exactly.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're legal. They've
That's
been legal
old
for a
news,
while.
man. Come on.
Man, we've been done had Kinder eggs. What you talking about?
So I know you're in the
yeah.
middle of it, but how has it felt preparing for this event? I know you put on your kind of your monthly tournament that you do that you guys put on, but how has it felt so far? I know you're very towards the middle of it, but how do you feel about it so far? Scary? Nervous?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're always nervous. You're going, well, what if nobody plays? I mean, that's for any event, right?
Yeah.
I mean, whether it's a monthly one shot,
Well,
whether
we
it's
know.
weekly dice, whether it's anything, going, what if no one comes? Which is where I think the prizing comes in. You got to kind of make something that people want.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully want. So there's that end of it where I'm going, oh, I hope people show up. Even though we've got, what did I say, 5 people have signed up already,
Yeah.
and it's been live for a couple hours.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And organizing the prizing's been a bit of a whirlwind because you're going, okay, what do I got? What do I have available? What's there to work with? And then the next thing's going to be dividing it up and how we're going to do it. Because are we just going to throw everything to the top people? Or are we going to do a little bit for everybody? I quite like the MOD PDM raffle
Mm-hmm.
idea. I think that's a cool thing, and it kind of keeps people engaged for the whole event. Like, you got to be there to win the raffle.
especially with the whole Typhoid Mary
So it's
around.
Yeah.
so it's yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of a whirlwind. I'm hoping now that kind of the big work is done, it gets a little easier from here on out. But I know we've got to keep the landing page up to date. We got to get some more details out there. Yeah, it's been fun so far. A lot of work. I mean, a lot of help too from everybody on the back end there. Reg, Kim, Laurier, Jocelyn. They've been helping out in the background, kind of helping
Yeah.
get things done, organized.
And it's always stressful when you like kind of have an idea and you like start doing stuff, and then you're like, everyone can help out with this, and I'm gonna let everyone help out with this, and trusting that everyone will do it. That's what the most stressful part is. But when you just let everyone help out and everyone do it, it helps out a lot. Like, at first I tried to make sure that the tournaments ran smoothly, and it just needed everyone to help. And Ryan's pretty much taken over the tournaments, and I'm just supporting him as much as I can. So.
Yeah. Wait a second, I got a question here. Chat there from Ingladoom. Like, you guys don't have the real Kinder eggs?
We do not.
No,
I
we still
guess
have
not.
actual real Kinder eggs. I mean, they're the
Okay.
little eggs, chocolate over the little shell. You open it up, and there's a little toy in there. The concession is we had to put the toy in a plastic shell so that the toy, if the kid put the chocolate egg in their mouth and bit into it, they wouldn't accidentally swallow the toy.
And plus,
So they put
plastic shell.
Plus, it's Ohio. They
always.
have different rules and things going on in Ohio because it's crazy up
Oh,
there.
back
Sorry,
in the
interrupt
80s, back in the 80s and 90s, over in Europe, they did not have the plastic shell inside of them,
Okay.
and that's where they were originally banned in the U.S.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry for the interruption there. I was intrigued.
no,
Wait a
some
second.
We got to get to the
most of
bottom
the
of it.
toys are one piece, but no, there are some of them that still have the toys that have to be assembled.
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
So now that you've announced that it's full bore, like as in it's open to all the pieces that have been released by WizKids, what do you expect to see based on what you've seen from UKGE as well as the Dice Fight? What do you expect to see
I am still a proponent. I think Godcatcher's still there. It's not going away. I think Thor is going to be a very popular piece. Becky, I think Becky's always going to be there. I expect those kind of are going to be like the big pieces. I'm hoping for you're always hoping for the surprise. Like that's what you want to see, is that one team that comes out of nowhere
Yeah.
and catch people off guard. So I'm really hoping for that. I don't know that we have a gauntlet to throw down at this stage, but I mean, I hope for creativity. That's always what I want to see.
I'm proponent of the gauntlet because I thought that was interesting. Honestly, when Andy threw that down and had people try to build around that and try to do well, I don't know how. I don't think we had anyone that tried to go for that, go into the winning positions, the first, second, or third place. But
I did, but they didn't allow the 2-cost God Catcher because it's
Yeah,
not the same.
it says God Catcher on it.
I know.
Like,
Man.
I mean, I had to determine. Like again, it was the battle between: am I gonna get a consolation prize or am I gonna get top prizing? So,
well, you got top pricing, so. But I think throwing down the gauntlet is kind of an interesting thing to do, and I think when you get closer, it might be kind of cool to just think of something to throw down for that, or you and Reg.
Yeah,
put together
I mean
something.
that might come because I know. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, knowing Reg and knowing,
Playing
what
cards.
he typically does, I think that the Reg Gauntlet needs to be something along the lines of, team that can include 2 or more blank cards on there.
X-list cards.
Yeah.
I think that would be the gauntlet for Reg if he had to choose right this very moment. Oh man.
So one thing I did want to point out real fast that we glossed over a little bit. The date of this event is actually the same day we normally would have run our monthly one shot. So in response to
yes.
that, we are moving our monthly one shot 1 week earlier, and we're going to follow the format of your event and have it kind of as a testing
Primer.
ground.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
What is
wanted to
it?
let people know
Practice.
that.
Talk about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people can get a little practice,
So yeah.
Prizes for the best turtle. If there were modern turtles, yes,
Oh
there
my
would be a
God.
turtle prize.
Ooh, that would be
100%.
awesome.
All right.
So yeah, I wanted to make sure we talked about that real fast. Sorry for jumping back topics.
That's all right.
No, that's good.
So do we want to move on to the next thing of non-tournament talk, if you will?
Non-tournament talk. We got 12 minutes. Let's do it.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on IG, Jordo?
Just in general.
Yeah.
I have not had a huge chance to play with it,
Mhm.
in all honesty. There's definitely some things I want to try. I really like the rare Angela, rare Spider-Man combo. Like I feel there's something there. I don't know if it's meta worthy or anything like that, but it looks interesting and fun. I want to play Reg with Pip the Troll like every week for the rest of the year. Just see how long it takes for him to come down here and hurt me.
Not very long.
Don't hurt him, Hammer.
No, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, there's lots of cards I want to play with. That super rare Spider-Man and team up, like that is just I gotta try that. Like,
Yeah.
that just looks ridiculous.
It won a legacy. It won a Dice Fight Legacy event. So
I don't
it
doubt
is.
it.
What it is.
Yeah.
I was on the receiving end of it. It was
I'm
34
tempted.
damage.
There's a lot of energized stuff I want to try with that She-Hulk Greenie. Like I'm dying to figure that card out.
Mhm.
I don't know what the combo is with that one yet, but when I saw it at the preview draft, I yes, there's something here, and I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I want someone to crack that one.
The ones that I'm super interested in are Super Rare Thor and Turk
Yes.
Barrett. Those two seem super interesting to me because I think Thor has Super Rare Thor has potential to be meta all over it, but you have to build a certain team and not get blanked. And so far in the tournaments, there hasn't been that much blanking or control. So Thor's been kind
Mary's been banned.
huh?
because
Typhoid
Mary
Mary's
hasn't been
been
around.
banned, you
Yeah.
know.
So he's
So you've had to deal with intimidation and other types of removal, but not blanking. So
yeah.
Jordo, I've got a She-Hulk graining team for you and Reg 11, right? So you go super, or you go rare Moon Knight, copying the
Yes.
She-Hulk, so you can get it out quicker.
Yep.
And then you buy Pip the Troll, rare Pip the Troll, and fill it at the beginning of your turn every time.
That
Let's
sounds
see what Reg
horrible.
thinks of that one. He's
Yeah.
probably
And you
unsubscribed.
and then you use the Rock Global to sacrifice Pip the Troll so that you can just do it the next turn.
Oh my god,
well,
why
no,
are you the way that you
sacrifice
are?
sends it to your use, not to your KO, though.
Right,
That's
exactly.
where you want it.
That's where
That's
you
where-
want it.
yeah.
So Granny can get it back
Okay.
out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who hurt you in a
Yep.
previous life, Joe?
Right?
I mean, you could go with the more obvious, which is Common Collector, which I did, and it wins games. But
Mhm.
Greeny is something that I have been messing around with. But I mean, the 5-cost Moon Knight can copy Greeny, so that way you don't have to reach for the 6-cost.
All right, dodging the question of who hurt you. Okay.
Nobody did. I'm just glad, like, we're stepping our game up here.
you're just normally that way.
Yes.
And
I'm like a shark. You can't cage me. I need to fly.
You're a
there's
peacock.
there's
peacock.
sharks in zoos. They definitely can cage them. Or aquariums, but yeah. And Jimmy posted a question on what day was
On
that?
the
Was it?
Dice
Facebook,
Masters,
it was
on the
yesterday.
Dice Masters Unlimited Facebook page. Are
Yeah.
there any basic action cards you'd love to see come back in a future draft set?
Mhm.
Any globals? What about things you'd hate to see? Did you get in there? I saw you respond to some of mine.
I did post a couple times. One was Trusted Friend. That was half joking, half serious. I love the global for
Yeah.
Trusted Friend,
That is a really
and
good.
I'm really hoping Kryptonite Crisis has like something to do with Superman affiliation. I feel there'd be shenanigans there to be had.
Maybe that's where rare Spider-Man can come in handy. You know?
Yeah, maybe. What else did I did actually answer a couple that were serious. One that I didn't put on there, and I don't know if it made it there, is Common Constantine. That was one of my favorite action hate die from back in the day.
Mm.
Not as
Of course,
punishing as like it's not as punishing as Scarlet Witch, but man, it would help with Godcatchers right now before they were triggered.
See, I'd like to see a modified Eye of Agamotto that allowed you to put the eye on any action die, not just basic action die.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be
nice.
I'd like to see an action blanker. That's what in this
Yeah.
game. Like at some point in time, something that blanked an action card.
Rare
That
blob.
sounds awesome.
He didn't blank them. He just made
he
it to
doesn't
where you
blank it,
couldn't
then.
field them, which only impacted continuous.
Yeah.
So-
But just something to turn off an action completely. I think that could be interesting, especially with
Right.
because there's nothing right now that controls action dice, is there?
Not I
Nothing.
mean, other than your ability to stop purchasing them. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. And
And
some
my-
tokens.
I mean, Dark Phoenix might have something. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what's
We've
coming
got
there.
Dark Phoenix, and we've got the Kryptonite Crisis, and then the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
So-
Mystery Spider-Man set.
Yeah.
We'll see. My thing, like, that I first put out there was like the Acererak Global, and then Basic Action Slander, which is basically a blanking card, and then
Parallax was the other one I put up there. That's the other one.
Oh god,
yeah,
no.
for bad decisions. I remember that. My other thing that I said was, can we get Green Devil Mask, but in a basic action form? Because I like Green Devil Mask, and when I said it, Chris was like, "No," and then he was like, "Well, if it's a basic action, that means anybody can get it, so it's a little more balanced."
Make
More
it cost
viable.
a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good idea. And then also I put in there, another thing was to maybe get a version of Bleeze back from the World Light set, because she was really one of the only ways to get rid of action dice that are sitting there. So Bleeze Controlled Rage says when she's fielded, cancel an action die and move it to the use pile. So something like that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more action hate.
Yeah. There's a lot of character hate right now, but there's also a lot of super fast characters, and there's just not anything for actions right now, and it's kind of frustrating.
There hasn't been since Bleeze, I feel like.
I mean, Scarlet Witch to a degree
Oh.
was.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about her.
Scarlet Witch was probably the best action hate we've ever had in the game.
True.
Yeah.
True that.
And then the game
Alright.
room
Y'all
suggested
got me.
create food and water. Want that
But
back.
it has to be called cake.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Somebody else
Ca-
did that. Somebody else said like call it cake.
Yeah, it was DM United James.
Yeah.
Bring it back, but it
Absolutely.
has to be called it has to be called cake. I think it was him.
I
Either
just want to see a full art resurrection. That's what I want to see.
back again once again with that resurrection.
Yeah, I mean, we have Villainous Pact. Why not resurrection?
We're getting Resurrection back, guaranteed.
I mean,
But
how
a
many
full
versions has there been?
How we
Uh,
didn't
17.
get it in WWE is beyond me. Like that screamed
Yeah.
for
No. Dark Phoenix.
Right? Yes.
It
Oh,
makes
there
perfect
you go.
sense. Dark Phoenix Resurrection is going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I believe Dark Phoenix is a draft set as well.
Yes,
Ooh.
it's supposed to be a draft set.
Interesting.
I'm for it.
Yeah,
So,
really,
all
create
about
food
it.
and water is really only the basic action that I went back because I feel like that was a really good bag fixer, and it's something that we kind of need, and not having it kind of sucks right now. So
I mean, it'd be great for rush synergies because instead of like we have stretch, which lets you draw, but you have to put it in your use pile. Whereas with cake, you just put the die that you brought out. If it was like a rush die, you just put it back in.
And could you imagine a full art just a cake? That's your create food and water. That would be
Wow.
awesome. It looks so delicious. Man.
Make the text on it look like it's someone frosted it in on top of a cake,
Oh,
That
that'd
would
be
be so
cool.
good.
All right.
Alright.
Go ahead, Rob.
Did we get through all the things?
Yeah, we got through
I think
all the
we did.
things on the list. Yeah.
You just
Oh, well,
need
no,
to
I mean we got through everything, but none of us answered what's something we don't want to see reprinted.
Oh,
Redouble
Vicious Struggle.
Someone put that on there.
somebody
Yeah,
put on
Vicious
there.
Struggle.
I
would have
will
one or
say
something like that.
Imprisoned is probably the one that I'm no, we don't need to see that reprinted.
Ryan,
got it.
you're never gonna reprint.
Yeah.
What, Jordo? We lose Jordo.
I think we just lost them.
Oh.
We might
No.
No.
We made it 58 minutes on stream with him. No.
We'll
He
have
did
the
say he was having some issues though.
yeah. We'll just have the ghost of Jordo still here on stream while we finish up. There he goes.
There he
There he
is.
goes. Huh?
We're back.
All right.
Yay.
What'd you
All right,
say
so-
though, Jordo?
I said we got that imprisoned in that OP kit a year or two ago, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't talk about that. We don't bring up those bad memories because some people just don't seem to like that.
Oh man.
Thanks for hanging out with us
Yeah.
now.
DMO. Yeah, one card. I don't know. In prison, someone had the audacity to say "Swords of Revealing Light" in there, and I was just
Well,
like,
they did say, but without the. They said without the global. They said Swords
Yeah,
of
leave that
Revealing
global out of it. The
Yeah.
Light.
global
The card
cannot come
itself
back.
is amazing.
yeah.
The global's so bad. We did a Yu-Gi-Oh draft once, and that was
Oh.
we allowed it. Someone got it, and they just wrecked. It's wrecked
Yeah,
everyone. It's
they
like,
got all
okay,
the
cool.
morphine jars and went to
Yeah.
town with it.
Oh
Yeah, it's
man.
like, okay, I can't do anything. That's awesome.
That's the worst, man. At least limit it to like once per turn, maybe if you're gonna reprint it, something like that. I don't know.
What's that one? The cloud form or whatever.
Cloud
That-
kill.
Cloud
Yeah.
kill.
Cloud kill. Oh my god, that one's so annoying.
Oh, I love Cloud Kill on my Fiend team.
You
That is so
would.
fun.
You would. Oh man. But yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think there's that many unfair cards that I wouldn't want to see reprinted.
That haven't already been banned.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all. That's all I have
I
to
mean,
say
yeah,
about
See,
that.
I'd like to see
I'd
like to see the
that
Cosmic Cube, but not the increased damage. The one that allowed you to take any dice you drew, put them in your used, and draw new dice.
Oh, do we
During
really
your
have to
drawing.
go there again? That thing
I
has...
see. I loved that one.
I would
No,
like
it's
to
Yeah,
so
see-
that-
Not
divisive
bad.
in the community because everybody thinks it's going to trigger a tune or it's counted as using an action, and it's like, no, it doesn't. But
Right.
we haven't had an official ruling on it.
I would love to see Rare Cosmic Cube come back, personally.
But
It
not
needs to be made where it doesn't stack.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
in that case, bring it back. Have fun. But as long as it stacks, no.
Oh.
You guys are no
I
fun.
am actually
Yeah.
fine with ability damage dealing an increase to, as long as it's just that two.
I think if it increased for each action used, but it couldn't be Cosmic Cube itself, I think it would be fair.
Well, then I don't know.
I think the better way to do it would make, if you wanted to allow it to stack, then just say the next source of damage gets increased by 2. So it's only, you can stack it up to +8 damage. Whatever the next source of damage is, it gets the bonus, and then it's gone.
That's no
What
fun.
do you think, Jordo?
That's no fun.
I would be fine with that if it was like, yeah, what the next or the first time or whatever you want to call it, however you want to word it, just once, and blow someone out of the water. Cool, but not 8 damage for the whole turn. No, thanks.
Man, it's fun getting
Not without some action hate back in the
No,
middle.
no.
So
Yeah, for sure.
It's really fun getting the Yonti super rare damage up to like 6 or up to 7 or 9, and just purchasing 2 things and be like, sorry.
Oh, you haven't lived
And-
until you've done a breath weapon. What did I hit? 13?
Oh.
15?
Oh my god. That's
I got
the
it high. I got it with cosmic cubes.
Oh man, it's so much
Wow.
Yeah.
Or you beat your opponent on stream at a big event in like 2 minutes,
fun. Yeah.
and it's me and it's Chris and he's a douchebag about it. You know, that's the worst.
almost as bad as the 3-minute and 30-second match that we completely missed in round 5.
Oh yeah, look for that video coming soon. Cool. So I think we hit all the things, guys. We're a little bit over. Jordo, do you want to do all your shout outs for your channels and websites and all that stuff again?
Easy way to do it is hit us up on dm-north.com. That'll get you to everywhere else. Find us on
There it
Facebook,
is.
Twitch, Twitter, the Instagram. What am I forgetting?
The Gram.
YouTube,
The fans only. Oh wait, that's us.
the OnlyFans or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reg is starting that channel.
Float
It's only his
plane,
feet, though.
It's
Float plane.
it's bacon themed. The only
Just making things. You know what? That might make money, dude. Y'all should do it. I pasted the website in the chat, guys. So go ahead and check it out. You'll get all the information you need for all the tournaments, everything Dice Masters North related. We are trying to meet our follower goal. If you see that little bar down there at the bottom, we are at 69 followers out of 100. We're trying to get to 100 by the end of the month. If you're not following, please consider following. It's free for today only and the rest of the time. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like, a subscribe. We really do appreciate it. And Jordo, thanks for hanging out, man. I really appreciate
Thank you
it.
for having me. I appreciate it.
And best of luck with the roll for the North event there. So
Thank you.
Everyone sign up. Do it.
Yep.
For a good cause. Dice Masters.
Be safe, everyone.
Bye. Be safe.
Be safe. Be safe.
That's going to wrap up our game room. Check out gr.rocks for all our latest info. There you'll find a link to help support us via Patreon. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Join our conversations on Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for hanging out.